Good afternoon, USFFL. We are getting ready for our final playoff game to set up the NFC title game. So let's get that started now. Let me first get out here and get some links going. All right. That should be good to watch the game. And then if you want to join the cast, actually, you know what? I did that wrong, didn't I? Let's take that down. Delete. All right, so the way that works, and I'm so sorry, Anthony is so much better at this than I am, admittedly. All right, so give me a second here. I need to, you know what? I honestly can't remember right now. We just have to get it going. So let's just get it out there. All right. Live broadcast. 49ers. Playoff. 49ers. 11-7 at Packers. 15-3. In here, okay. All right, so let's get into this game, shall we? My guess is they have probably already started because I am a little slow getting us in there. With my apologies. We are one play in. Let's let them know. All right, so we are live. And let's get out real quick, just long enough to make sure as the opening play of this possession is going to be a yak opportunity, a total of a 6-yard pickup there. Aaron Rodgers hits Devontae Adams on the first play of this game. So let's get back to StreamYard. Let's make sure you're seeing me. Who wants that? So here's your full screen. I'm not on mute. We should be good to go. Let's get back in line here. We got a second down play. Aaron Jones runs for nothing. Line buck up the middle. Actually, I apologize. It's holding against Green Bay. So they wiped away actually a good run on his part. So second down and 14 now for the Packers. As I'm getting the cards out, we can start breaking this down. Here's a blitz, and it is a good one. Sack. Rodgers is down deep in his end. So 3rd and 24 now at the 5-yard line. Nick Bosa, none other than the man himself, coming through and immediately putting this home team here at Lambeau Field deep in their end. 3rd and 24 at the 5. I don't envision you taking a chance to throw long right here against this team. Then we have a screen to the tailback, Aaron Jones, and that's going to be just a 3-yard pickup. So a very nice defensive stand, aided by a sack from Nick Bosa on the game's opening drive. And here's the end zone and fielded by San Fran. Fielded and fair caught, actually, at about their 45-yard line by Brandon Ayuk. And just a couple minutes into the game, 3 now by Green Bay and San Fran on the road with great field position at their own 45-yard line. There's a square out to Brandon Ayuk, and it's going to be incomplete. Bad break for Rich Pierce of the 49ers as he did get receiver wrong for Brandon Ayuk. Plenty of opportunities, just missed the roll. 2nd and 10. And on second down, back to pass again is Jimmy Garoppolo, I believe. Going to be a little dump pass, 3 yards. Indeed, Garoppolo to Brandon Ayuk. So that sets up a 3rd and 3 as the 49ers cross midfield at the Green Bay 48-yard line. 49ers were a 10-7 wild card team coached by Rich Pierce and secured a wild card as part of a 4-way tiebreak at 10-7 for 3 wild card spots. They make the tiebreak, they make the playoffs. Here's a 3rd and 3 run by Elijah Mitchell, and he pops a short gain on right. Good roll on his card as Elijah Mitchell plows through for 15 yards and down to the fringe of field goal range at the 33-yard line of Green Bay. From here, it's a 2 through 6, 11, and 12. And it's that way all the way out to the 39. You can get to a 2 through 8. As soon as he gets to the next range, needs 2 through 10. If he gets down inside the 22, here's a square into Deebo Samuel, and he's going to be double teamed. Good call there by the Green Bay coach, Scott Mueller, who happens to be our website. Our admin, Scott Shoemaker, does our website. Scott Mueller, coach of the Packers here. He's our software admin. So he's the guy sending you the emails, loading our files. He's the brains. 2nd and 10. Here's a draw. Nothing doing. Elijah Mitchell ran a draw. Defense called run, and it got stuffed. 2 linebackers in zone, lost a yard, and 3rd and 11 at the 34. So time for Rich Pierce to make a decision on how aggressive he wants to be. 2 through 6 and 11 and 12 here. 2 through 8. If he gains another couple yards. Variable obviously still in play. Niners staying in their run set on 3rd and 11, blocking back. Deebo Samuel, however, is the tailback. Here's a flare pass out to the right side. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback. And it's going to be a receiver opportunity, nothing doing. Juszczyk didn't really have much opportunity to pick that up. And here comes a field goal attempt. And it is going to be a penalty. Back him up. So the roll was good for the field goal, but the offense commits a penalty, backs them up 5 yards. It's now 4th and 16 at the 39. You're still in range if you don't lose the variable on 2 to 6, 11, and 12. But Coach Rich Pierce is going to go instead with a coffin corner punt, and it gets into the end zone. But offsetting penalties, that punt almost went out at the 1. Offsetting penalties, here comes the repeat punt. Another coffin corner, and that's not too bad. It's going to be out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So 3 and out caused by San Francisco. It's a good field position for them. They drive into a field goal range, but the range was just too long for them to kick it, and they end up punting. Packers on their second possession now take over at the 10-yard line. They'll come out with a spread set, 3 wide receivers. As we welcome Anthony to the stream. There's a run by Aaron Jones, 6 yards. His first carry of the game. Packers, as we said, coached by Scott Mueller, ran themselves to a 15-3 record if you include their playoff victory. Actually, you know what? I forgot. They had a bye. I listed them as 15-3. They are 14. So my bad. This is their first playoff game. After a short run from Patrick Taylor, it's 3rd down and 2 for the Packers at their own 18. Packers were 3 and out on their opening drive. They need to convert this 3rd down here to avoid that again. They'll stay in the 3 wide receiver set. Niners going to show us a nickel. It's a pass defense, but it's a run right up the middle. Aaron Jones, and he's going to hit a short gain on his card. Aaron Jones gets it 13 yards and a first down out to the 31-yard line. So the Packers pick up their first down, move the chains. Drive continues. And on first down, we've got a little 5-yard dump pass. Aaron Rodgers to MVS. And it's 2nd down and 5. Niners, as we mentioned earlier, got here via a 10-7 wild card, and then they shut out the Falcons in the wild card game, 27-0. And on 2nd and 5, here's a little quick out pass to Robert Tonyan. It's actually going to be a yak opportunity for him, and he's not going to do anything with that. Tonyan loses a yard. So Packers again facing a 3rd down, 3rd and 6. I believe most consider this Green Bay team to be the premier carded team in this set. And not surprisingly, they earned the number 1 seed. And Rodgers back to pass. He's looking deep. The zone is open, but he's sacked. Brought down despite the open zone. It is Nick Bosa again. His second sack in as many drives for the Green Bay offense. This one loses 11 yards. And the Packers punt again. 4th and 17 at their 24. Oh, and Bajorka's got a hold of it for an 82-yard punt on snake eyes, and that was long enough to make it all the way to the end zone. San Fran sets up at their 20, 1st and 10. Just over 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. No score in this NFC divisional playoff game. Elijah Mitchell around the end, going to grab 6 yards on his card with a die roll nestled between a pair of short gains. But it's 2nd down and 4. They're running him again, off tackle into a pass defense. Elijah Mitchell. This goes to the defensive card, and Mitchell's got himself a short gain on Green Bay's card. Big run as the boxes are going to add extra yardage. And Elijah Mitchell grabs 22 yards. And the San Fran Niners are out to the 48-yard line now, 1st and 10. There's a screen pass. Garoppolo targeting Mitchell. It's going to get 4 yards. Penalty on the play. It's against the defense. There is an injury on this play, and it's a big one. Mike McGlinchey, and he's going to miss 2 games, so he's done for the year. Might be a good time to start checking the injuries I haven't seen yet. 1st and 5 now as San Fran takes that penalty. McGlinchey is a right tackle 4. He pass blocks a 5. They can replace the run blocking, but that pass block 5 is now a 0. Here's an off-tackle run again, and this time Green Bay is good to the test. Just a 3-yard pickup for Elijah Mitchell on the defensive card. And it's 2nd down and 2 at the 44-yard line of the Packers. Here's a quick slant to the tight end, George Kittle. Receiver opportunity. He's going to grab 13 yards. Kittle on wrong is going to do work, and he did. 49ers on their second drive, now down to the 31-yard line of Green Bay. 1st and 10. We already mentioned Mike McGlinchey is out for the Niners. They are also missing Josh Norman. Norman's a right cornerback 0, so McGlinchey really the only big injury here for San Fran. Here's a little flat pass and nothing doing. Garoppolo targeted Juszczyk and missed him again. So actually there's a penalty. Niners are holding, so back him up. Wipe it away. It is 1st and 20 for San Francisco now at the Green Bay 41. And on 1st and 20, it's a draw off tackle to Trey Sermon. And it's going to be a nice pickup of 7 yards as the onside end was able to make the block. Kyle Juszczyk in that role, throwing the key block. By the way, in case you didn't catch that, laundry is done. Welcome to my world. 2nd and 13. Packers at the Green Bay 34-yard line. Packers are missing Dean Lowry, their defensive left end. That's why you see that 0 up there. There's an incomplete pass. Garoppolo now just 2 for 6, and it's 3rd and 13 at the Green Bay 34-yard line. From here, it's a 2-6 field goal all the way out to the 37. Next range up, just 2-6, 11, and 12. Is that worth trying to pick up a few yards here? 3rd and 13. Garoppolo back to pass. He is looking short. Brandon Ayuk the target, and he's going to catch it. And he's loose in the secondary. Hits the long gain on the short pass. And he is going to roll down to the 1-yard line. Brought down at the 1 by Rasul Douglas. Big roll on short pass, 3rd down. Hits that long gain, and it is 1st and goal, 49ers. Full house formation And it is a sneak by the quarterback going nowhere. Credit Green Bay, they stopped him. 2nd and goal at the 1. The key is on Jeff Wilson. This one's to Elijah Mitchell. Touchdown, San Francisco. So San Francisco draws first blood in this one. A big long pass to Brandon Ayuk, put it at the 1, and Elijah Mitchell 2 plays later runs it in. Extra point is good, and the San Francisco 49ers are up 7-0. San Francisco on that drive, 11 plays, 85 yards, and a short touchdown. And with 1 minute, 12 seconds left here in the first quarter, Green Bay is behind 7-0. Packers taking over at their 25-yard line now. We already mentioned Dean Lowry. Packers are also missing Darnell Savage, their free safety, who's a 4, and A.J. Dillon, backup running back. There's a deep ball to Marquez Valdez-Scantling and incomplete as he was correctly double-teamed by the defense. Result of receiver, he couldn't get it, 2nd and 10. Here's a sideline pass to Devontae Adams, and he is also double-teamed. Coach Rich Pierce dialing up the right double teams on back-to-back plays. The Packers now staring at a 3rd and 10. Both these teams featuring really good defenses. On 3rd and 10, Packers going to split out 3 wides. 49ers in the nickel. There's a crossing pattern to Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and that's incomplete. He is double-teamed on that play as well. So 3 consecutive correct double teams that resulted in either 2-men in zone or a double team on the quarterback card, and it's 3 and out. Here's a 55-yard punt and a nice 6 return on that one. Brandon Ayuk with a good punt return. And we have reached the end of the first quarter here at Lambeau Field. Packers at home trailing 7-0 in this divisional playoff game. 49ers will start the second quarter 1st and 10 at their 36. Here's Jeff Wilson with a run right up the middle, doing nothing, 2nd and 10. I'm going to grab a drink out of the fridge real quick. Niners still out of the blocking back. Here's a pitch out to Elijah Mitchell. He's going to get 5 yards. Defense guessed run, but went to the defensive card. The white dice beat the defensive end. With the injury, both defensive ends are a 0 here against the run for Green Bay. Big 3rd and 5 here for San Francisco. They're at their own 41. Defense guesses run, but it's pass. Elijah Mitchell on a short pass, and Garoppolo's got him, 12 yards on his card. Garoppolo back at 50% now, 4 of 8. Elijah Mitchell, his first catch of the game, and it puts San Fran across midfield now at the 47-yard line of Green Bay. Elijah Mitchell stays in that blocking back formation. The Packers are going to show blitz now, coming out of the 3-4. Winner of this game will take on the Seattle Seahawks in the NFC Championship game. Here's a first down screen pass to Elijah Mitchell. He's busy in this one, and he's going to pick up 5. That one on the defensive card. The better results you'll find there, and it's going to be 2nd and 5 at the 42. Packers keeping that safety up close again here on 2nd and 5. Here's a square and pass. 2-men in zone. Deebo Samuel. It's on the quarterback card, and result of receiver gave him an opportunity, but he couldn't make it. Deebo couldn't find his number on flat right. So 3rd down and 5 now for San Francisco. Niners are 3 for 4 on 3rd downs already. Packers just 1 for 4. It's a big stat, not surprisingly. Niners are up 7-0. And on 3rd and 5, defense guessing pass for the Packers, but it's a draw. Elijah Mitchell's going to try to pick it up on the ground. Linebackers are in the zone, and he's going to pick up just a yard. Got it to his card like he wanted, but Number 5, we all know where that goes. Goes nowhere. So 4th and 4 at the Green Bay 41-yard line. Got to think we're punting here. You're 2 yards outside of field goal range, so you would need a plus on the variable. It's either that or you're going for it. You're up 7-0 against, possibly the best carded team, and he's going to punt. And he doesn't look like he's even going to coffin corner it. 4th and 4 at the 41. He is coffin cornering. And it looks pretty good. Let's see. And nice punt. Out of bounds at the 5. And once again, Green Bay is going to start deep in their end. There's a flat pass, 5-yard pickup. Aaron Rodgers hits Allen Lazard. 2nd and 5, Pack out to the 10 now. Got to watch out for a sack here. You're in the safety zone. Nick Bosa's already grabbed the Rodgers jersey and thrown him to the ground twice. Defense is going to guess run, but it's a screen pass to Aaron Jones, and he's going to pick up 10. There's a penalty, and it's holding against Green Bay. Penalty as the Packers continue to struggle offensively. Early second quarter, Green Bay still just has 1 first down and 18 yards in this game. Staying close, though, now, down 7-0 still. 3 wide receivers are going to split out now on 2nd and 10 from their 5. Defense is in the nickel. So we're showing a pass formation, but does Coach Scott Mueller have the stones to stare at the blitz? It's going to be a run up the middle to Aaron Jones. And a nice pickup, 9 yards on his card. Not enough for a first down, but enough to put you in great shape here. It's 3rd and 1. Packers at their 14. Blocking back formation. San Fran stays in their nickel D. There's a quick out to Mercedes Lewis and incomplete. Threw it out to the flat. Rodgers just 5 of 9 for 18 yards, and they're going to 4th and 1. They're punting from the 14. And not a good one. 36-yard punt. That's taken and fair caught right at the 50. Well, the Green Bay offense is just struggling a lot here in the first half. Just 1 first down, and that keeps putting San Francisco in plus territory. As they're going to start this drive at their own 50-yard line, 1st and 10. Here's a quick in pass to the fullback, Kyle Juszczyk. And just a pickup of 2 yards on a split roll from the defensive card makes it 2nd and 8. Here's an off-tackle run, Jeff Wilson, and that's 3 yards. There's a penalty. Oh, and it's a penalty against Green Bay, a personal foul. Big penalty. It gives them a first down, puts them all the way to the Green Bay 30-yard line. 4th penalty on the Packers. Green Bay back now into a 3-4. Elijah Mitchell, the tailback, in the blocking back formation. There's a pitch out to Elijah Mitchell. Defense did guess pass, and Mitchell trying to hit the corner. He's going to get 5 yards. White Dye speeding the injured defensive end, or his replacement. In all fairness, it would have beat the starter as well in this case. 2nd and 5. Green Bay has their safety up close in a 3-4 blitz set. 8 minutes plus left here in the second quarter. Niners up 7-0. There's a little quick out pass to the side. Kittle is double teamed, and he still gets 7. Garoppolo completes it on his card on double teamed, and it's good for a first down. Move the sticks. Halfway through the fourth quarter, Niners now into the red zone, 1st and 10 at the 18. And with a long pass out of play, that safety's up close yet again. Showing blitz. Is now the tailback. Here comes a square and pass at a 0-rated middle linebacker. And it's a receiver opportunity and the 6-yard pickup for Deebo Samuel. Garoppolo warming up now, 8 of 13 for 85 yards, and it's 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line, outside of the 10. Flat pass still in play here. Same formation. It's going to be an off-tackle run. Defense calls run, and it's going to be a 1-yard loss. Jeff Wilson can't get there on the defensive card, and it's 3rd and 5. So big play coming up here in this game. Packers down 7-0, looking to hold San Fran to a field goal attempt here. A 3rd and 5, blocking back formation. Elijah Mitchell's your tailback. 3-4 blitz yet again from the Packers. The call is run, but it's a pass. Garoppolo looking short, targeting Deebo Samuel. We've got a defender opportunity. Deebo's got it. Touchdown, Niners. Deebo Samuel with a 5 on the white die beats Eric Stokes and takes that into the end zone for the 2nd touchdown of the game for San Francisco. Extra point, though, is blocked. A blocked extra point. And it is picked up by the Packers. They're looking to advance this, but going nowhere. 1st and 10 now at the 29-yard line for the Packers. They trail 13-0. Run Aaron Jones, and he's going to get 9 yards again, hitting that number. 2nd down and 1 at the 38. That drive for San Francisco, 7 plays, 35 yards of offense, 15 on penalty, and their 2nd touchdown. They lead 13-0 on the road. 2nd and 1. Here's a screen to Aaron Jones, and it's going to be incomplete. Aaron Rodgers rolled his interception split roll opportunity. Does not get the pick, but it's 3rd down and 1. And just as recently as last series, Packers had 3rd and 1, and the Niners stopped them and forced another punt. Just over 5 minutes left here in the first half. 3rd and 1. Here's a screen. Aaron Jones is the target. And 9 yards, but there's a penalty. And this one is on San Francisco. So it's a personal foul. Yardage counts, add 15. The Packers finally across midfield at the 38-yard line of San Francisco. 1st and 10. Just the 2nd first down of the game for Green Bay. They'll split out 3 wide receivers now. Niners are going to show a nickel. And we got a run up the middle by Patrick Taylor. And just a 2-yard gain on that one. Left guard John Runyon, not a good run blocker. Cost them the yardage on this one, 2nd and 8. They'll stay in that spread formation. And on 2nd and 8, here comes a run up the middle into a pass defense. Aaron Jones is going to grab just 3 yards on that one. 2nd straight play call where an offensive lineman could not beat the white die. The center and the left guard both run block 0, and both times the white die was a 4. And that's kept the Packers from getting a first down on the first 2 tries. It's 3rd and 5 now. They are at the 33-yard line of San Fran. So right on the fringe of a couple of field goal ranges here. 3 wide receivers are split out. Valdez-Scantling is going to be in the slot. 3-3-5 in the defense. And it is a key on Aaron Jones, and it was a draw to boot. So they went draw, and it was a key and a big loss. 4th down and 6 at the 34-yard line. From here, a field goal is 2 through 6. They're going to go for it. Here's a short pass. Robert Tonyan, he's got it. 1st down. Coach Scott Mueller is aggressive. I thought he might try to go for it, considering it was a 13-point deficit rather than 14. But based on results, Scott makes the right call. Gets the big 1st down. 1st and 10 now at the 23-yard line. Packers still in the spread formation. Here comes a run up the middle to Patrick Taylor again, and he's going to lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Patrick Taylor, his 3rd carry, just averaging 1 per. We've reached the 2-minute warning here in the first half. 13-0, San Francisco winning on the road. Packers driving. 2nd-11 at the San Fran 24. Packers with 3 first downs in the game. Here's a quick out to Robert Tonyan. He's got it. 1st down and more. Inside the 10, inside the 5, down to the 1-yard line. 23-yard pickup for Tonyan on the defensive card on a flat pass. And the Packers finally knocking at the doorstep. 90 seconds left before halftime. Full house formation for Green Bay. Niners out of the 4-3. Here's a sneak from Rodgers, and he's in. Touchdown, Packers. Green Bay finally gets in. Here's the extra point. Mason Crosby puts it through. And with 1:15 to go before halftime, home fans finally get on the board with a touchdown. Niners still on top, 13-7. And we'll see how aggressive Coach Rich Pierce wants to be here with 1:15 left before halftime and a 6-point lead. 1st and 10 at their 25. Keeping the run set out there with Juszczyk in front of Elijah Mitchell. Here comes an off tackle to Elijah Mitchell. Defense did call run, and it's just going to be a 1. Couple of linebackers there. Help make the stop on the defensive card. 2nd down and 9. Nobody is apparently going to use timeouts. Now down to 45 seconds left. Both of these teams fully loaded with 3 timeouts, but I think San Fran with a 6-point lead looks content to just take that lead into the halftime. Here's a draw to Elijah Mitchell. And just 3 yards on the defensive card sets up 3rd and 6 on the 29. And I wondered, and indeed, Scott Mueller is going to go ahead and take that timeout. 37 seconds left. I sort of feel like if you're willing to take that timeout, you might want to take it one play earlier because now you've just got 37 seconds left. We'll see here. 3rd and 6 for San Fran, staying in the run set. 3-4 defense here from the Packers. Here's a quick out. There is a linebacker in the zone. Kittle is the target. And it's incomplete on the defensive card. And with 30 seconds left, the 49ers are going to punt from their 29-yard line. Flash look at the Green Bay punt returner. Doesn't look like there's a touchdown there. He's going to field it at about the 31, an 8-yard return. And with 15 seconds left in the half, Packers 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. They will split out 3 wide receivers. Rich Pierce is going to keep his safeties out on the field. 3-2-6 dime. I expect he'll keep 2 in that long zone. We'll see. With just 22 seconds left, I'm pretty sure I would. And here comes a screen to the tailback. Aaron Jones. And just a 4-yard pickup. He does get out of bounds, but hardly the point with only 8 seconds remaining now. I said 8. I stand corrected. It's 15. It showed 8. It changed it. This is what the game does when you're a spectator sometimes. So 15 seconds left. 2nd and 6, Green Bay at the 43. A couple short passes followed by timeouts if necessary. They could get a field goal range here. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers. Still in the dime for San Fran. Rodgers back to pass, looking short. Allen Lazard and incomplete. Aaron Rodgers could not make the play on his card on right. Now 8 seconds remaining. 3rd and 6, Green Bay from their 43. And now a short pass probably doesn't get you to that field goal range you need. He might need to go long or hope for some sort of a yak opportunity to get him where he needs to be. 7-yard line is the fringe that he needs. Here's a button hook, Aaron Jones, and it's going to be 6 yards and a 1st down, but a timeout leaves just 1 second on the clock. So 1st and 10, Green Bay at the 49-yard line. They're 51 yards away. Field goal out of play, so it's probably Hail Mary time. Three wide receivers, shotgun formation, dime again from the Niners. Should be the final play of the first half here. Still waiting on that play call. Deep pass, Devontae Adams, and he's double teamed. Then it's picked. Picked at the 20-yard line. Obviously an opportunity for a return, but it's going nowhere. So turnover on that final Hail Mary, but we've reached the halftime intermission here in Green Bay. Home team losing here in the divisional playoff. Niners winning on the road 13-7. Coaches discussing halftime, and it looks like they're ready to kick off. And we have a touchback. 1st and 10, Niners at the 25. Elijah Mitchell out there for San Fran, the blocking back set. Here's a square out pass. Brandon Ayuk's the target. Defense did call pass, and we have a yak opportunity. And Ayuk doing nothing. He's going to lose a couple yards, actually. 2nd down and 12. After that loss. Packers in the first half, just 93 yards of offense. 164 in the first half for San Francisco. And on 2nd and 12, defense guesses run, but it's a quick slant. Kittle's the target. Receiver opportunity on wrong, and Kittle going to get 11. Kittle knows what to do with that. Not quite enough for a first down, but good call by Rich Pierce results in a much more manageable 3rd and 1 at their 34-yard line. Jeff Wilson comes in here now on 3rd down as the tailback behind Kyle Juszczyk. And on 3rd and 1, defense guesses run. Offense crosses them up. Sideline pass, Deebo Samuel. And it's +2 and the yak yardage on top of that. It's going to be a total 8-yard gain there. Garoppolo to Deebo Samuel, his 3rd catch of the game. And San Fran now 1st and 10 at their 42-yard line. And this time he's looking deep to Deebo Samuel and incomplete. Give the credit to the defense there as Coach Mueller was double teaming Samuel on that long pass. 2 automatic interceptions, including one that Garoppolo almost hit there, but will reset it. It's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo 12 of 19 for 115 yards and a tutty. Here's another sideline pass right back to Deebo Samuel. There is a linebacker in the zone and incomplete as the linebacker himself beats the white die to make the play. It would have been a short game. But Devondre Campbell makes the stop. And a big one for Green Bay to set up a 3rd down. 3rd and 10, San Fran at their own 42-yard line. Three wide receivers are going to split out now for San Fran on 3rd and 10. Safety comes up close in a nickel blitz formation for Green Bay. Here's a short pass. Brandon Ayuk is your target. And on the defensive card, that's a good 12-yard pass. Garoppolo to Ayuk. 1st and 10 across midfield now at the Green Bay 46-yard line. San Fran continues to blend pretty well offensively and has some success moving the ball. Here's a quick slant again over the middle to Kittle. Once again, defense guessing run. Kittle, receiver, on wrong, 7 yards. 2nd time this drive that San Fran's got Kittle on flat pass wrong. This one sets up a 2nd down and 3. Now at the Green Bay 39-yard line. And here's a draw. It's going to lose a couple yards. Defense guess run, and with that call, Scott Mueller puts a stop to that carry from Elijah Mitchell. Right in its tracks. It's 3rd down and 5 at the 41-yard line of Green Bay. Again, that San Fran field goal range begins at the 39-yard line, 2 through 6, 11, and 12. On 3rd and 5, they're going to stay blocking back set. Elijah Mitchell's the tailback, but the Packers will sit in a nickel, and it's going to be a pitch out. Defense run. Elijah Mitchell into a run defense, going to try to hit the corner. His card, and Mitchell hits a short gain on 3rd down. 13 yards inside the 30, down to the 28. Wow, high leverage on right. 1, 2, 3 chances, and one of them was snake eyes that would have gotten that first down. The short gain got it done. Elijah Mitchell now 13 carries, 72 yards in this game. Now at the 28-yard line. Defense gets his pass. It is. Flare pass to the fullback. Kyle Juszczyk incomplete. Garoppolo finds a blank spot on his card. And it's 2nd and 10. Opening drive of the second half here. 11th play of the drive here for San Francisco. They're already up 13-7. Nickel 3-4 blitz from the defense. Here's an off-tackle run. Elijah Mitchell in just 1 yard. Packers had a linebacker in the zone on that off-tackle run, and that saved a short gain with a box. So credit Scott Mueller there. 3rd and 9 now, so an opportunity for Green Bay to get off the field, maybe force a field goal attempt. Nickel blitz from the defense, blocking back from the offense. Elijah Mitchell's your tailback. Defense gets his pass, but it's draw. Off tackle, Elijah Mitchell's going to try to grab it on the ground. To his card. He hits the same short gain on a 6. Elijah Mitchell, 12 yards, and another 3rd down run that gets first down yardage. 1st and 10 Niners at the 15-yard line. Elijah Mitchell stays in the game here. 3-4 blitz. Defense guessing pass. It is a run. Mitchell again. This time they get him. Onside guard could not make the block. And it's 2nd down and 10. Niners of the Packers' 15-yard line. First drive of the 3rd quarter. They're already up 13-7. Packers showing blitz out of the 3-4. Here's an off-tackle run to Mitchell in a short yardage call. Nothing doing. So Scott Mueller is starting to put a little more pressure on the run game because Elijah Mitchell is forcing him to do so. And it's now 2nd and 15 as that run gets wiped away on an offsides call. Back him up. Defense calls run again. Here comes a quick in pass to the fullback, Kyle Juszczyk, and that's going to be a penalty again on the offense. Back him up 5 more yards. And that was a play that White Dye was going to make that a short gain, beating a linebacker. But 2nd consecutive dead ball foul, and the Niners are 2nd and 20 at the Green Bay 25-yard line. Up by 6, even a field goal here would make it a 2-score game for San Francisco. Everybody's different. That would make me a little conservative. And again, you get that touchdown 2-point conversion. You got to like that. Here's a button hook on 2nd and 20. Targeting a zero-rated linebacker. Receiver opportunity, nothing doing, incomplete. But guess what? Wipe away a 3rd consecutive penalty on a 3rd consecutive dead ball foul for San Francisco. Things have gotten sloppy here offensively. Kyle Shanahan, and by extension, Rich Pierce, not doing real happy on that sidelines about that. 2nd and 25 now at the Green Bay 30. I've seen 2. I don't know that I've seen 3 straight of those penalties before. 2nd and 25. Here's a draw to Jeff Wilson, and he's got 9. Wilson on his card. Picks up 9. Makes it 3rd and 16 at the 21. Not so much easier to get the first down here, but certainly makes it a better field goal. 21. As long as he doesn't lose any yardage, it's 2 through 10. Next range back is 2 to 8. I don't know. I might consider doing the draw here. Again, blocking back formation. It's Jeff Wilson back there. Nickel defense here from the Packers. 3rd and 16 at the 21. It is indeed a draw into a pass defense. And Jeff Wilson's going to get just a yard. Bad roll on his card. He did have the opportunity. And here comes a field goal attempt, 2 through 10. It's good. And it's a nice kick there from Robbie Gould. As the Niners open up a 16-7 lead. The opening drive of the third quarter takes precisely half the quarter, 7.5 minutes remaining. So 7.5 minutes on that 19-play touchdown drive to open. 19-play field goal drive to open the third quarter. Packers now with the ball at their own 25, trailing 16-7. They're going to start with a square out pass to Lazard, and he's got 6 yards. There's an injury on the play, and stop the presses. Nick Bosa is down. Nick Bosa is down, and looks like we got to see if he is eligible to come back in this game. He is not. Bosa is down and out for the game, and Coach Rich Pierce, not surprisingly, says, give me a second. No one can blame him for that. Good gracious. Nick Bosa, 12-star 8 as a blitzer, 6 as a left end, already has 2 sacks in this game. It was a big part of the Niners building this lead. Bosa comes out here, and the presumption is D. Ford comes in. Well, no, actually, Arden Key blitzes an 8 as a 0. So I guess Arden Key, I would think. He does have Eric Armstead that can be moved to end instead of tackle, but I wouldn't think he's looking to do that. .654 to go here in the third quarter. Packers trailing at home by 9, 16-7. We're in a short delay as the San Francisco 49ers coach Rich Pierce is adapting to just discovering that Nick Bosa is out for this game. So we're giving him a chance to get ready. Good news for your Packers, though, because you're trailing and it's getting late. Not real late, but if you're going to need to come back in this game, and as of right now, you do, especially if you're down by more than 1 score. Not having to worry about Nick Bosa coming around the corner is a big difference in the rest of this game, and that's why I love injuries. I'm sure that maybe not the same if you're a San Fran fan at this moment, but I just love the depth and the layers that it creates to all of our games. And it looks like we're ready to go. Indeed, Arden Key is the replacement for Nick Bosa. On 2nd and 4 at the 31, Packers split 3 wide receivers out. San Fran operates out of a nickel. Here's a run up the middle of Aaron Jones. He is keyed, and he's going to lose a couple. Great call there by Coach Pierce on defense. And that makes it 3rd down and 6 for Green Bay. Packers 3 of 8 on 3rd downs. There's a short pass. Aaron Rodgers incomplete. Rodgers was attempting to get it to Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and he hit his interception split, but did not get the roll. 4th and 6, Packers are going to punt. Here's a 41-yard punt. It rolls an additional 11 yards, gets inside the 20-yard line to the 19. And San Fran will take over there. San Fran gets the ball back at the 5:42 mark after running it down to 7:30. As they continue to kind of control this game. Here's a dump pass to Kyle Juszczyk, and it's good for 6. Juszczyk on his card on right. Stand corrected. That was converted to wrong. Flat pass wrong. Juszczyk gets 6. It's 2nd down and 4. We got 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Aaron Rodgers still just has 77 yards passing as this offense struggles to get on track. And the Green Bay, as a team, only 97 yards of offense. There's a 5-yard run for Elijah Mitchell. That's good for a first down. 1st and 10. San Fran at their 30 now. Jeff Wilson comes onto the field. Here's a quick out to George Kittle. Defense guesses run. We got a 2-yard gain plus the yak. It's going to be an 8-yard net. Kittle with a nice pickup on first down. George Kittle now 5 catches, 46 yards in this game. 2nd down and 2. San Fran at their 38. Jeff Wilson, the tailback here. Packers in a 3-4. And on 2nd and 2, here comes a deep pass to Deebo Samuel. The safety's double-teaming Kittle, so the zone's open. It's incomplete on the quarterback card. There is a penalty, and it's intentional grounding. So pressure from the Packers forces an intentional grounding call. And so 3rd and 12, the 28-yard line. So a big break there for the Packers gives them an opportunity to get off the field here on 3rd down, 3rd and 12. Even on 3rd and long, Niners staying in their blocking back set. Nickel defense here from the Packers. Get that extra safety in zone. Pass call from the defense, but it is draw, off-tackle draw. Elijah Mitchell going to try to pop his number again, but he doesn't. Just one number short of that 6, short gain, hits the 5, gets just 1 yard, and here comes a punt. San Fran punts it from their 29. That's a 47-yarder down to about the 24, and no return there. Amari Rodgers, nothing on the return, so Packers with possession again, 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs on the field now for the Packers. First time on that set. Nickel on the field for the Niners. 3 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Niners still up 16-7. And here's a deep ball targeting Alan Lazard and flushed out of the pocket. So Rodgers going to have to adapt here. He's looking for Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and that's good pickup. 10 yards on that one and a first down. Found 0 men on the defensive card and picked up 10 yards. 1st and 10, Green Bay out to the 34. As the Packers finally go over 100 yards of offense with 2:24 left here in the 3rd quarter. There's an off-tackle run. Aaron Jones gets 5. Could have been 15 on a defensive card split roll. But at least at this point in the game, those are not the kind of breaks I'm seeing for Green Bay. 2nd and 5 at their 39-yard line. Niners stay in the nickel. They double some receivers, but it's a run up the middle to Aaron Jones and just a 1-yard pickup on his card. Bad break, bad dice, 3rd and 4. Aaron Jones, 9 carries, 43 yards in this game. So big 3rd and 4 coming up here for Green Bay at their own 40-yard line. Nickel defense here from the 49ers. Back to pass Rodgers, and he is looking deep. He's targeting Marquez Valdez-Scantling, incomplete. Rodgers just misses the completion on his card. And that sets up 4th and 4 for the Packers at their own 40, and they are going. Still in the 3rd quarter. Packers only down 16-7, so let's bookmark this one. It's a big play call. 4th and 4 at their 40. Back to pass, looking short. Randall Cobb, he's got him. 13 yards and a first down. Coach Scott Mueller, for the 2nd time in this game, all guts, all glory, converts a big 4th down. 1st and 10 across midfield now at the 47-yard line of San Francisco. They'll stay in the 3 wide receiver set. Patrick Taylor is the tailback. And back to pass Rodgers, looking short again. He's got another one, 12 yards. San Francisco flag for a penalty on the play. Green Bay declines it. Move the sticks. They're now on the fringe of field goal range of the San Francisco 35-yard line. Josiah DeGuara on that catch. Aaron Jones, the tailback now, the 3 wide receiver set. Here comes a short pass, Alan Lazard, and that's going to be good. 14 yards. Result of receiver on the defensive card, and Alan Lazard on right made that work. Rodgers hot now, finally. We've reached the end of the third quarter. We move on to the fourth here in Green Bay. Packers down by 9 points at home, 16-7, but they have the ball and they are driving. 1st and 10 at the 21. Here comes a button hook and nothing doing. Incomplete pass. Rodgers on his card. He was targeting Davante Adams on that one. I apologize. That targeting Aaron Jones. 2nd down and 10 for Green Bay. 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs still, with DeGuara in front of Jones. Niners in the nickel. As we mentioned earlier, Nick Bosa. 2 sacks early, but out of this game. Here's an off-tackle draw to Aaron Jones. He's keyed. Good call by the defense. He loses a yard. So 3rd and 11 now at the 22-yard line. Green Bay from here, 2 through 8 field goal. Loses a yard. It's 2 through 6, 11 and 12. Here's a slant pass. Robert Tonyan. He is double-teamed. He's flush, so that's a good break for the offense. Flat pass flush. He's looking for Davante Adams on the defensive card. Complete. 1st down and more. Davante Adams takes advantage of 0 minute zone and gets 16 yards inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line. Green Bay with what must be their longest drive of the game. Full house formation now. 1st and goal at the 6. Niners out of the 4-3. 11th play of the drive here for the Packers. Back to pass, short, Alan Lazard. Actually, he's going to be forced out of the pocket. He's running, and he can't quite get there. It's a 3-yard pickup. So Rodgers scrambles for half of it. And it's 2nd and goal at the 3. Full house again. 12:54 left in this game. Green Bay down 16-7. But they are knocking on the doorstep here. Niners position a nickel defense against the full house. Defense calls run, but it's a pass short. Alan Lazard, touchdown, Packers. Picture the Lambeau leap. Lazard having a good time. It's 16-13. Here comes the critical extra point from Mason Crosby. Up and good. And with 12:36 to go here in this game, Green Bay, a big touchdown, now trails by just 2 points, 16-14. And that missed extra point for San Fran looms as a possible thorn in their side, depending on where we go from here. San Fran on the ensuing possession, taking over now at their own 25-yard line. Locking back formation, Jeff Wilson's going to be your tailback. Jeff Wendlandt is apparently trying to get into the broadcast, but I can't add him, so somebody needs to let Jeff know that I'm not seeing him to be able to add him. Or perhaps he's watching it and I just can't tell. Here's a short pass to Brandon Ayuk. Nice double team by the defense. Complete anyway, 11 yards. Garoppolo to Brandon Ayuk for the 1st down. Ayuk now 5 catches, 61 yards. San Fran out to their 36, 1st and 10. Protecting a 2-point lead. Elijah Mitchell subs back in for Jeff Wilson. Here's a pitch out to Mitchell. Defense did guess run. Goes to the defensive card, and it's good for 5 yards. So they get half the yardage, sets up 2nd down and 5. San Fran at the 41. Mitchell on the day now, 19 carries for 96 yards. San Fran has outgained Green Bay 274 to 173. On 2nd and 5, Jeff Wilson returns in as the tailback. Packers in a 3-4. Here comes a flare pass to the fullback. Juszczyk, receiver opportunity on wrong. And Juszczyk, he's got a first down, 15 yards across midfield down to the Green Bay 44-yard line. His third catch of the game. Seattle Seahawks wait in the wings for the winner of this game. Seahawks will travel to Green Bay if the Packers win, or will host San Fran if the Niners win. Here's a square out pass, Brandon Ayuk, and it's another 10-yard pickup. Caught the defense guess and run. Another good offensive blend here from Rich Pierce. As the Niners are on the march now, 1st and 10 at the 34 of Green Bay. 10:48 to go in this one. Elijah Mitchell back into the game as the tailback. There's a quick slant over the middle to Kittle. There's 2 men in zone, and it does go to the defensive card, incomplete. There is a penalty. And it's holding on San Francisco, just what Green Bay needs. San Fran now 1st and 20 at the Green Bay 44-yard line. Elijah Mitchell, the tailback, in a blocking back set. Niners get behind the sticks. They still like to stay most often in their run sets. 3-4 shown here from the Packers. And on 1st and 20, Garoppolo back to pass, looking short. It's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the target. Garoppolo couldn't find the completion on his card. Second down and 20 for San Francisco. Defense guessing run, but they're looking deep. Deebo Samuel is the target. No men in zone to the defensive card. Incomplete. Huge break for the Packers as it was long pass wrong with 0 men. So a good call by Coach Rich Pierce. It ended up on the interception split roll with 0 men. It was 2 through 5 and 12. 7 was rolled. 3rd and 20. Now, if you're San Fran, you got to be thinking about how do I get into field goal range. They're at the 44. A short pass is what you're looking for here, I would think, to give yourself a chance, especially with just a 2-point lead. Blocking back formation. Elijah Mitchell. Scott Mueller thinking pass. He's got a nickel defense. Here's the draw from Elijah Mitchell. And Mitchell's going to get just 3 yards on the defensive card. The next 2 numbers down were both short gains, but it's 4th and 17 at the Green Bay 41. And so the Niners are going to have to punt. Here's a coffin corner, and it is out of bounds at the 5. And unless I'm mistaken, I think that's at least the 3rd, maybe the 4th time Green Bay has set up with a possession in this game inside their own 5-yard line. 9 minutes left to go. Green Bay with the ball at their 5. They trail 16-14. Winner of this game advances to the NFC Championship game. Packers start the drive with a little square in pass to Devontae Adams, incomplete. He was double teamed. And on the quarterback's card, couldn't find a number. So 2nd and 10, Packers at their 5. Three wide receivers, 2 running backs offensively. It's Aaron Jones, your tailback, nickel here from the Niners on 2nd and 10. Defense gets his pass, and Rodgers is looking deep. Lazard is the target. He's flushed, though, and he's going to look into a dump zone. He's got Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 0 men in zone, and a 13-yard pickup. Halfway through the 4th quarter now. Packers out to their 18-yard line, 1st and 10. Aaron Rodgers, 18 for 29, 158 yards, 1 touchdown, an interception. A meaningless one, Hail Mary with 1 second left before halftime. And unless I'm mistaken, that's the game's only turnover. 1st and 10 on the 18. Here's a short pass and incomplete. Rodgers was targeting Josiah DeGuara. Had an empty spot on his card, 2nd and 10. Both teams all 3 timeouts. And on 2nd and 10, here comes a screen pass to Aaron Jones, and that's good. 13 yards and a first down. 6 on the white dice carried us to 0 men on the defensive card. Packers out to the 31. $7:12 and counting on the clock. Back to pass and looking long again. This one's to Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete. Rodgers on his card rolled a 3, and completions were on 2, 4, and 5. So close, but 2nd and 10. Defense gets his run. Here's another deep ball, and it's Davante Adams. He's got it. 31 yards on that completion inside the 40-yard line to the 38 of San Francisco. Caught the defense looking run. I think that's 3 long pass calls and with a span of 4 offensive plays for Coach Mueller, and this one hits pay dirt. Now at the 38 of San Francisco, 1st and 10. Needing just a field goal to take the lead here. Here's a run up the middle. Aaron Jones gets just 2 yards. Could have been worse. It was successfully keyed by Coach Rich Pierce. 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line. Green Bay does not really get what would be considered automatic field goal category until he gets down to the 12-yard line. Trailing by 2 here, the Packers are, with 6 minutes exactly left. 2nd and 8 at the 36. Back to pass, short, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He's got it. 15 yards. There's a 6 on the white die. Defeats the defender, Jaquiski Tart. Packers 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. At the 21 now, the Packers in 2 through 8 field goal range. Gets to 2 through 11 if he can get to the 12. There's a run up the middle and a nice pickup. 7 yards for Aaron Jones on 1st down. Just his 12th carry of the game, 12 for 51. 2nd and 3 at the 49ers, 14-yard line. 4:48 to go. 4th quarter drama here in the NFC Divisional playoffs. 2nd and 3. Here comes a button hook to Davante Adams. He is double teamed to the defensive card, and it's going to be a 3-yard pickup for Davante Adams, and that's good enough for a 1st down. The double only put 1 man in zone, and on receiver right, Davante Adams picks up 3 in the 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Now 4 minutes, 12 seconds left. Here's a 1st down run to Aaron Jones off tackle, and he's got 6 yards. 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line for the Packers. 3:36 remaining on the clock. And I think if you're San Francisco, you got to start considering taking your timeouts. 2nd down and 4. Here's a full house formation. Off tackle. Aaron Jones, nothing doing. 3rd and 4. Short yardage defense stymies the tailback. 3 minutes exactly left in this game. Niners up by 2. Packers 3rd and 4 at the San Fran 5-yard line. Full house formation. Back to pass. Garoppolo into the end zone. Touchdown! I said Garoppolo. It's Aaron Rodgers who hits Josiah DeGuara on the defensive card. Short pass. Gets the 10-yard result. It's a 5-yard touchdown pass. Makes it 20-16. 4-point lead. And the Packers are going to go for 2 to make it 6. Packers with their first lead of the game, coming at 2:42 left in the 4th quarter. Going to try to go for 2 and make it a 6-point lead. Defense gets his run into the end zone and incomplete. Targeting Josiah DeGuara again, could not get it, so the score remains 20-16, a 4-point lead for Green Bay. 2:24 to go. And on the ensuing kickoff, San Fran sets up now at their 18-yard line, 1st and 10. So San Fran trails by 4. They're going to need a touchdown. They have all 3 timeouts. They will stay in the blocking back formation. 3-4 defense here from the Packers. Seahawks are waiting to see who their opponent's going to be. Welcome, Jeff, to the stream. There's a little flare pass to the fullback, Kyle Juszczyk. It's good for 8 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning here in Lambeau. The Green Bay Packers at home have just taken the lead for the first time, 20-16. 2 minutes left. Niners with the ball. All 3 timeouts. 2nd and 2. San Fran at their own 26. And here's an off-tackle draw on 2nd and 2. Defense did call pass, and Mitchell's going to gain 7 and a first down. Gutsy call, including the draw on 2nd and 2. And we'll see if he wants to burn a timeout here. He does not. Hurry up offense. We've got 1:37 left to go. San Fran now 1st and 10 at their own 33. Elijah Mitchell now over 100 yards rushing in this game. 21 for 106. Mitchell stays in as the tailback. Defense gets his pass. It is. Deep ball. Deebo Samuel's the target. To the defensive card we go. Receiver. Deebo Samuel. Incomplete. Samuel rolls an 8. 7's a long gain. 6 is plus 26. Doesn't get the roll. 2nd and 10. San Fran at their 33. They will stay true to form with their blocking back formation. Packers still in the 3-4. Packers gets pass, but it's a draw. Off tackle draw. Elijah Mitchell on 2nd and 10. To his card. Mitchell, short gain. He's going to get a first down. That's going to be a 12-yard pickup for Elijah Mitchell up to the 45-yard line of San Francisco. The off-tackle run means he's going to have to burn a timeout here. San Fran now 2 timeouts left. Clock stops at 1:22 left in this game. Elijah Mitchell has reached fatigue level 1. First and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Elijah Mitchell, fatigue, stays in the game at tailback. Packers have a 3-4. Defense gets his pass, but it's a pitch out. Elijah Mitchell staying with the ball, staying on the ground, going to try to hit the corner. Mitchell hits the 8 short gain again. 19 big yards for Elijah Mitchell. He does not get out of bounds, but the run takes it all the way down to the Green Bay 37-yard line. We'll see if he's going to call a timeout here. If he lets it run, it gets down to 52 seconds. I think you take the timeout probably at 1:15. You're only down to the 37. You have two left, though. He does not take the timeout. We have a hurry up. So, 1st and 10, Niners at the 37-yard line of Green Bay. They're down by exactly 1 minute left to go in this divisional playoff game. Niners with 2 timeouts. Blocking back formation. Elijah Mitchell remains in the game at tailback. His next carry will take him to fatigue level 2. Back to pass. Looking short, Deebo Samuel. He is doubled by the safety. Great call by the defensive coach, but it's a flush. Second chance here for the Niners. Looking into the flat. Juszczyk. 0 men in zone. He's got 7. 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line. He fails to get out of bounds. So San Fran, once again, has to make a decision. They call their second timeout. 52 seconds left on the clock for San Fran. They have 1 timeout. They trail by 4, so a field goal does them no good. 2nd and 3 at the Green Bay 30. They'll stay in the blocking back formation. Elijah Mitchell still your tailback. Green Bay is going to drop into a nickel. Here comes a pitch out. Elijah Mitchell going to run to the corner. Defense gets run, and it's going to be a 4-yard gain on the defensive card. It's good for a first down. There is a penalty, and it's on Green Bay, and it's a big penalty because Mitchell failed to get out of bounds. That clock was going to run. The penalty stops it. And they'll accept the penalty, which is an additional yard. First and 10 now at the Green Bay 25-yard line. 45 seconds remain in this game. San Fran protects that last time out. Again, a field goal does them no good. They've got to have 7. Well, they got to have 6, actually. Green Bay, 3 timeouts. Just matter whether they're going to get a chance to use them or if they get the break and make a stop here. First and 10 at the 25. Niners staying in their blocking back. Elijah Mitchell stays in the game. Here's a quick out pass. Kittle's the target. He's double-teamed as well. 2-man in zone incomplete. Defensive card helps make that stop, aided by the great defensive call from Coach Scott Mueller. Boy, these calls are high leverage at this moment. 37 seconds left. Second and 10 at the Green Bay 25. Niners need a touchdown to advance to the NFC title game. They have 1 timeout. Defense gets his pass. They double Kittle. It's a pitch out. Elijah Mitchell going to try to hit the edge on his card. Mitchell's got the short gain again on 8. Mitchell for 17 yards. Does he get out of bounds? He does not. Brought down at the 9-yard line. San Fran probably going to burn their last time out here. If not, let's see what we've got. Hurry up would leave them 15 seconds. They could spike it. It'd be, why not spike it? That would leave them 22 seconds. Spike for 22. Hurry up for 15. Timeout for 30. Let it run for 8 seconds. You're first and goal at the 9 after you make that call. They got a timeout in the bank. They're thinking about using it here. That would still leave 30 seconds. Problem is, if you score, let me look at Green Bay's kick returns. Yeah, Packers not going to do anything on kick returns, so you don't have to worry about that. San Fran does choose to burn their last timeout. So, San Fran out of timeouts now. First and goal at the 9, 30 seconds left in this game. They've got to have a touchdown to advance here on the road. Inside the 10, flat passes out of the realm. 3-4 blitz from the defense. Mitchell still the tailback in a blocking back formation. Defense gets his pass. He's back to pass, looking short to Elijah Mitchell. He's got it. Touchdown, Niners. Elijah Mitchell with a 6 on the white die beats the linebacker and rolls into the end zone. 22-20. San Francisco with 15 seconds left. Here's the extra point. It's through. And it's a 3-point lead with 8 seconds on the clock after the kick return that I didn't see. So Green Bay with just 8 seconds left, 3 timeouts does them no good, really. They're at the 30. Dime defense here from the Niners. They're 2 plays away from advancing to the NFC title game. Just typing up a little note to the coaches to let them know I'm looking forward to seeing them if either of them want to pop in after the game for the broadcast. It's not over yet, but San Fran just 2 plays away from a big upset in Green Bay. We're still waiting for the play call. And here it is. It's a square in pass with 8 seconds left. He's going to try to get what he can with 0 men in the zone. Got a yak opportunity. Valdez-Scantling, not the best. He does get 12 yards total. That'll be a timeout. 1 second left on the clock. And here's your final play, folks. Green Bay needs 3, but unfortunately with 1 second, they've got 58 yards they're going to have to cover. Shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers have split out. Aaron Jones is your tailback. I believe Jones does have the ability to go deep. Checking into that now. He does not. Dime defense here from San Francisco. Green Bay needs a Hail Mary miracle. Otherwise, the 49ers are advancing to the NFC title game. Valdez-Scantling and Lazard split out to the left. Randall Cobb and Devontae Adams split out to the right. Here's the play call. He's going to try to get it again with a square in. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with nobody in the zone, +4 and the yak. That's not going to do it, folks. It's an 11-yard gain, and the clock runs out. Zeros on the clock here in Green Bay as the Packers are defeated at home. The number 1 seed goes down. San Fran advances. Your final from Green Bay. San Fran 23, Green Bay 20. And this sets up an NFC title game between NFC, the Western Division rivals, San Francisco, traveling to Seattle. Not sure how to join on Slack, USFFL broadcasts. Click the link. I meant that to be a smiley face, not sticking my tongue out at him. Surely he understands that. Let's take a look at the stats here in a sec while I make sure, see if we have anybody popping in yet. And as of right now, we don't. So let's look again. We're going to come back here and check out our stats. Wow, Green Bay almost came back, but San Fran holds on. Wow. And they hold on despite Nick Bosa getting hurt in this game and missing really what amounted to most of the second half of this one. The San Fran 49ers end up outgaining Green Bay 379 to 291. They outrushed them 171 to 64. Both quarterbacks kind of similar in pass percentage, 65 and 62%. Brandon Ayuk leads the Niners with 6 catches, 71 yards. Elijah Mitchell, what a big game from him. 24 carries, 152 yards. Really was a catalyst as well on that final drive. The last 50 yards or approximately came on that. Here we go. We welcome Rich Pierce. We welcome Scott, and we've got both our coaches in the channel here with us. Welcome, guys. Congratulations on an amazing game. I have things I could say, but let's turn it over to you. Talk about the game. Let's go ahead and let you go first. Congratulations, Rich.
Thanks. Can you hear me?
Hearing you loud and clear, buddy.
All right, good. Me and Scott had some tough time scheduling this, but I appreciate him work with me, being 5 hours time difference. But we squeezed it in, and it was a great game. I think I just followed one rule of thought, and it was I was not going to let Aaron Rodgers beat me. I didn't do a whole lot of prepping for the game, but I did see, just scanning over my own cards, I saw, that we were poor against the pass, So I said, if I'm going to go down, it's not going to be Rodgers. So I just tried to double team, and I actually looked at his guess wrong card, and I thought it was I didn't know what the hell I was looking at. I couldn't believe it was just. So I think he's a little bit more mortal, like anybody would be, on guessed right. So that was my game plan, and I think the fact that he had his other running back was injured really kind of limited his carries, and if I kept them in 3 wide, it was another disadvantage for the running game. I just I was just going to go with it, and that's what it put it. But he had some great keys. I mean, he was keying on Debo when I was throwing to him. He was keying on Kittle, had like 4 or 5 of those right. So it was a great coached game by Scott as well. But, as we all know, sometimes the dice favor goes one way or the other way, and I felt I got lucky. So.
Yeah, Scott, I felt like you didn't get – I mean, when he's focusing so hard on the passes, I'm sure a lot of teams do with your short pass card looking like it does. It didn't feel like you got as good a breaks as you needed from your running game to kind of help keep him honest. Is kind of that what you thought too, or –
well, I mean, he did an excellent job of keying me. I think he caught me in a key probably 3-4 times successfully. So, I mean, Rich called just enough run to kind of make it work for him. I was probably more frustrated. I couldn't break a long pass. I needed to get him to stop moving that free safety, and I knew he was getting those double teams, and I had to get him in his head and at least hit a play or two, and I couldn't do it. I just kept missing. He got those early sacks. That was tough, but he called a great game on defense. Offense too. I mean, Elijah Mitchell, that bugger, I'm going to be thinking about him the entire offseason. He hit those 2, I think, first downs on 3rd and long, guessed right on that 6 roll.
Yeah.
And the last series, a couple times I thought about calling run, but he kept burning me on those flat passes. Every time I called run it, he gained 6, 7, 8 yards, and he was in my head.
And I think he had a couple of big short gains on that last drive, and then when you finally come around to try to stop him, Mitchell ends up scoring on the game-winning touchdown pass. So sometimes a player gets hot.
Rich was right about the injuries. They really were troublesome. Dylan did cause me to totally change my game plan, what I otherwise would have done. And I got to go back and look at the roll, but the last roll, the guy that had the sack chance was a replacement for my injured defensive end, and my end would have had a 5 pass rush, and I don't know if he would have made the sack. I got to go back and look at it, but that'll also haunt me all off season.
Don't torture yourself, Scott. Just go out to the dinner party, buddy.
I keep running in these buzzsaws in the playoffs. I part of the reason I did this archiving projects, I gotta swear I must have the biggest disparity between regular season record over the history of this league and postseason. I keep running into coaches that just call an excellent game like Rich did today, and it's a tough one. But,
this game eventually will humble every single one of us. It just does.
Let me tell you a quick story. Scott and I have had a little bit of history. He might not remember this, but I remember this. I think 2 years ago we met in either the playoffs. It might have been Coach of the Year, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Do you remember what game we're going to talk about?
I do.
Here comes the story.
My goodness. It was. I was coming down, and I usually keep my card image above the scoreboard. So I lost track after I scored a touchdown, whether or not I was up by 7 or 8. So I think I was up by 8, and I went for 2 and missed it. Total screw up on my part.
This Coach of the Year game?
Yeah, no, this was USFFL. I think it was a Coach of the Year game.
It was in the playoffs, the Coach of the Year playoffs. Yeah,
was it?
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh no, Rogers is going to freaking kill me. So he comes right down the field, 8 seconds left, scores the touchdown, gets the 2-point conversion, gets the coin flip, and comes down and shoves it down my throat again.
I remember that.
That was crazy. He must have been like, what the hell are you doing going for 2? But I lost track of the score.
Yeah, we've had some good matchups over the years, and that's one of the really, really fun things about this league. I mean, my most haunting loss is still, I don't know if John Freeze remembers this, but was in season 2 of the playoffs where I had Rich Gannon, who was just, if you look at his stats, to this day, it's probably the best quarterback season ever. And I remember throwing a look-in pass at the end to ice the game away, incomplete. John took care of it, scored, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
But anyway, Rich, that was a heck of a game. It was a lot of fun to play. I mean, you did a heck of a job controlling that game. I doggone it, that Elijah Mitchell. I masked that run defense all year long, and I knew you were a tough matchup because I knew you were going to run it, and I couldn't get it done. It was a great.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear you say that It's interesting to hear you say you masked that defense all year because I don't play most of the NFC teams. I wasn't as familiar with your cards. I'm familiar with what I do, which is the stats, and I'm running these stats every week that tell me Green Bay's got the best defense out there. So then I go out and I'm looking at your cards, and I'm like, you could run on this defense. When I looked at him in this game, I was kind of surprised. You've done a really good job, I guess, is the point I'm making of what you just talked about, which is masking that defensive deficiency in that area.
Rich had exactly the right game plan to beat this team. This actually, I think last year's Packers team was better than this year's. You can beat him by going flat and burning me on the run. He's got great running backs. And he's stuck.
And he's got the playmakers for the flat passes. Kittle and I think even Juszczyk, isn't he like a B or something like that? As far as Yak, he's just got good playmakers.
Kittle's an A and
Debo's an A, right?
Debo's an A. Yeah.
So you got 2 A's right off the bat.
Yeah. See, but I got to give him a lot of credit for that run defense because he's always got somebody up there, and he seems like he's got the flat passes cooked too. So I think this time I decided to commit to the end run, even if he was going to call run, just so he couldn't just keep,
Smart.
Big difference between 2 guys in the linebacker zone and 1 guy in that linebacker zone. Between none and 1, and
right.
If I let him move the end in and then I'm passing, he's got the pass rush. So I had to spread it around, I think.
Yeah, those short gains on 7 and 8 are kind of tough on that off tackle. But But yeah, especially that last drive, right? And you got unlucky. You didn't get out of bounds. I don't know how many plays in a row. You
I
almost
don't think
ran
I
out
ever
of
got it
time.
back. Yeah.
But one of those was saved by a defensive penalty that stopped the clock too.
That's true.
Yeah, I didn't know about the timeouts. I'm not the best at using the timeouts, and I'm there. I said, well, all right, I'm going to take 4 short passes from here and do it, and try to see if I can get in. If I call the timeout, I got 4 plays left. So, worked out on the first one.
I got to run. I have a dinner party to get to. But, hey, congratulations
on a great season, Scott.
Yeah, Scott, you did a great job. Okay,
Thanks.
buddy.
It shows how hard it is to win this thing. But congratulations, Rich. Great game. You earned it.
All right, buddy.
Have a good one. Hey, before you go, Rich, just a real quick looking ahead. You've got just real quick before I let you go. You've got the Seahawks coming up, NFC title game. A couple quick questions. One, have you been to a title game in this league before?
If I did, it was in the 0-0. Like 03, 04, 05, way back when. Awesome. My first
run through. All right. Well, I'm excited to see new people getting this opportunity, and I wish you the best of luck against Dennis. Got any thoughts about that game?
No good thoughts, to be honest with you.
What was the outcome in your 2 games earlier this year? Did you split or did you lose them both?
You know what? I was traveling a lot, and I asked someone to sub the first game, and we lost both. But I think they kept it. I think Dennis coach kept it really close, and then when I coached, he probably blew me out. He's got my number, man. I'm in this division with him every year, and I'm usually 0-2. I think I beat him once. I think I beat him once ever. He's just.
Yeah. I don't have to tell you that Dennis is a tough out. So are the Packers, and you just got rid of them. So congratulations on a great game, and we'll be looking forward to broadcasting you next week when you take on Dennis in the NFC title game.
Okay, buddy. Great job with the league. Great job. Okay.
Thanks a lot, bud. You have a great weekend, man.
You too. Bye.
All right, guys. That's it from the USFFL. Today, I'll wrap it up here. San Francisco 49ers go on the road and upset the number 1 seed. Green Bay Packers fall at home 23-20. And Rich Pierce advances to your NFC title game where he will be taking on the Seattle Seahawks and Dennis Crowley. Over on the other side, we've got the AFC title game with the New England Patriots and Dennis Young traveling to meet the Los Angeles Chargers, coached by Anthony Tangora. We'll have those games coming up for you next week as the USFFL rolls on. That's all for us today, and we will look forward. We will probably have a broadcast for you tomorrow. As of right now, I anticipate broadcasting the Coach of the Year game that's on the schedule tomorrow morning. So my hope is to do that. Regardless, we will